Jeffrey's girlfriend, what was her name again?
Ellie Carter.
Right, let's speak with her first, huh?
No, she won't speak to us anymore. It took us an age to get her into court last time.
You mentioned a coffee? I just need you to go over what you've already told my colleagues. You know, just in case we've missed something. Now, how long did you go out with Jeffrey?
It was 2 years, on and off. I wish I never laid eyes on him that day. I was meant to meet up with a girlfriend. I hadn't long been out of a relationship, and I certainly wasn't looking for a new one. Is that your boat?
Yeah. That's my boat. Why would I be washing this boat if it wasn't my boat? Do you want to help me wash my boat? Come on, come here. Come down here. What's your name?
Ellie.
Ellie. Jeff.
Nice to meet you.
You want to help me wash it? Huh?
You're cheating.
I need an answer, yes or no, if you're going to help.
Of course it wasn't his boat. He wished it was. Jeff always dreamt big.
Did you ever see him upset or angry?
No, not really. His brother got on his nerves sometimes. I think he was embarrassed by him.
Jeffrey! You got to take Christopher for his appointment, remember?
I'm so sick of him.
Jeffrey!
I feel like I have to babysit him all the time.
Why don't you just tell him to catch the bus?
Jeffrey! Come on up now!
I remember thinking that day how quickly he obeyed his mum. He didn't dare speak back to her.
Was it always like that between them?
Pretty much. She had such a strong hold on his attention that even though he went on about having privacy and independence in the boat shed.
Excuse me, just for a minute. Hi, Margaret here.
Hi, it's Mrs. Dakin here.
Yes, Mrs. Dakin.
Just calling to say that James still isn't here today.
Why, he's not?
No, I'm afraid not.
Has he been at school at all today?
No, just letting you know.
Thank you very much for the call. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Sorry. You were saying that Jeffrey always obeyed his mother.
Definitely. I mean, they both did. There was no doubt about who ruled that family.
What about Christopher? What were your thoughts on him?
I felt a bit sorry for Chris. The first time I met him was a family barbecue. I had to ask Jeff to introduce me to him.
Albert. This is Ellie. Ellie, this is Albert.
Hi.
Hi. Sorry, I thought your name was Chris.
Yeah, no, I call him Albert, because you know. Ooh, fat Albert.
Chris? Oh, he's hardly fat.
No, but you used to be, didn't you, bro? Hey?
Yeah,
Didn't you? Little fat Albert.
So you at uni too, Chris?
Yeah, doing a teaching degree.
Yeah, because he couldn't get a job as an engineer, so.
Jeff.
No, don't worry about it. Has to put everyone down to make himself feel good.
Well, no, because Holt's around. He can't get himself a job.
I don't
And he
know.
locks himself in his room all day playing the computer.
I think he was under a lot of pressure in that family. I guess he took his frustrations out with his fencing. Chris had asked us to come and he won the first fight quite easily. I think he was quite a natural.
Is it true that Helen wanted him to see a psychologist?
I think she was worried about him. I overheard her speaking to a neighbour about it. Sue, I think her name was, and she just asked her to speak to Chris.
So to brothers, how would you sum up their relationship then?
I don't think there was any love lost between Jeff and Chris. But there was one thing that they did agree on. You're gonna move out.
Hey, it was. Mummy stopped him, but begged him to stay. So, but he did move out into the boat shed.
No, I'm going to move out. I'm going to move out as soon as I finish uni. I'm gone. And you know what, Albert? You're going to be stuck here with them all the rest of your miserable life. You're never going to get it.
They're not that bad. You should hear my parents go on.
Oh, trust me. Yeah. Your mum would be nothing like ours.
Hey, you boys! What are you doing down there? Come up, come and say goodbye to the guests. Come on!
If I ever sound like that, someone shoot me.
Pleasure.
Did they seem like a normal family to you?
Yeah, well, they were pretty normal.
Except?
It was actually Jeff, a couple of weeks before the murders, who had told me a few times how he was worried about Chris. He said he'd become moody and was fighting with their father.
Well, that final night, before the murders, we could go down to the boat shed.
Oh, we better not. I'm really worried about Dad and Chris right now. And, you know, Chris is just likely to go off his head again. And I just...
Be careful.
Hey, I'm alright. I'm not worried about Chris. It's my dad that I'm worried about.
I often wonder about what would have happened if I'd gone back.